going on, guys? I know it's been a very long time since I made a YouTube video, but I'm very excited about this next project that I'm going to be doing. Now, what exactly that project is right there. I came out with an idea to water cool the PS4 Pro. So I did some research on a case and everything, and I ended up going with the Lian Li PC05. It's made for a micro ITX PC. So here's like a little schematic that I did of what it's going to look like. I measured all the components and how it's all going to fit. And as of right now, this is what I did. I just took apart the whole case. So it's pretty much just all bare bones. It's all dismantled. And I'm going to paint all of this all white and then do some red accents here and there, which is why I have these red fans, so it can match that. And the original idea of what I was going to do, I was going to have this radiator go on the front part right here, and then I was just going to cut holes around the sides to make it fit, and then so the airflow could go through the back. But there's not really that much clearance when you add the fans right here, so it's going to almost suffocate the radiator, and I don't really want that because it's going to limit the performance of cooling the APU that's on the motherboard. So if we come to the back of this case, out of luck, this radiator just so happens to perfectly fit right here. It's almost like it was made for it. And then as you can see, like that. No clearance issues. Comes right to the back right here. And then here are the two outlets, well, in and out. Now I'm obviously going to have to drill here and then drill here to get rid of some of this aluminum. And then all right here, I got to make a quick stencil of the fan. All right here is going to have to get cut out, and right here, so that the fan would easily be able to just stay right there. And then I have all this clearance for airflow to go through the radiator and then out the back. And then the back case is also going to have to be drilled as well. And then since that fan is right there, this fan will also be right here. They'll obviously be up a little bit more because they're not directly behind the radiator. But then the D5 pump that I got is gonna perfectly fit right here, just like this. And then the PS4 Pro motherboard and APU will all go right here in the middle section. Adding on to that, the Blu-ray drive, I'm hoping after I take apart the PS4 Pro, I'm hoping it's gonna fit in this area right here, which is where normally your PC DVD drive would normally go. And hopefully the clearance will fit. And then I'm not 100% sure with the ribbon cables that connect to the motherboard, if they're going to be long enough, but I'll see what happens. If not, I can probably come up with some other way of doing it. And yeah, that's about it for now. Now I'm going to go paint this all white and then do red accents here and there. Like for example, this is the front panel. This front panel will be right over here. But I want to take off this mesh part right here. This will be red. And then this will all be white, so it'll be nice different variations of color. And the main build around this is going to go along with the new God of War game that's coming out for the PS4. Very excited about it, which is why I'm doing it. I've always been a big fan of God of War. Her too. Eva. Alright, so here's what I did to be able to make these holes, and then the mounting holes for the radiator. So I kind of tried to make an exact replica of the radiator itself with this piece of paper that I cut apart from a folder. So as you can see here, all these holes line up, and then if you draw like an X from one hole to the other hole, you'll get the perfect middle. And when you get the perfect middle, all I did was just get a circular saw, and I went right through there, and then I just did it like that for a long time. It took a while, but ended up looking pretty good. Now it's not 100% finished. I still gotta kind of file all this down. And then over here I bored this out. I'm not 100% sure if it all lines up yet. I might have to do more. And then I had to bore this section out right here as well, because the fan wasn't fitting 100% right. So yeah, and then once you just put it like that, and then you mark all the holes with, like, say a pen or something, you'll be able to go through all of them. Now let's see if the radiator actually goes in the back. See how that looks. Okay, so there you go. Now it's going to be up a little bit higher because I had to avoid this bar that's right here that holds the case together to the glass. So it'll be up a little bit more to match with, like, the holes, like as you can see there. And yeah, I'll be back when I put it all together, and then I'll show you how that looks. Alright, well, here's an example of the fans and radiator put together. So as you can see, it's not going to fall out because these screws are long enough to go from the top of the fan through the case and then into the radiator, so it's almost like it's pinching the metal of the case, the aluminum. So yeah, and then it also worked out good because there's this little gap under here now, so the fan cables are going to be able to go underneath and then come up from right here and then go up to the SATA connector where I'm going to hook up all the fans. Yeah, and kind of doesn't look that finished yet, but I got to go bore this out some more because this fitting that I have for the hardline tubing is still kind of too big for this area, so it won't screw down all the way. So this area where there's all Sharpie, I got to go take care of that. And same thing on the bottom. I thought I did it, but I gotta do it some more. Alright, well, here I am so far. Let me shut off this fan. I'm using this to air it out. Well, anyways, so everything is all white, like this panel where the motherboard will go with the APU. And this is the top panel that was white, and then I just added this red stripe, and then this red stripe on the inside as well. And also the front of it right here where the power button and everything is also going to be white. Well, it's red obviously, but there's going to be a white panel that will go over it, which will make the red pop out a lot better. And here are the fans. I'm trying to just do the frame white, and then here's like the pump stuff, like the cap, and then the bottom piece where the pump screws into, and then the reservoir will screw into the top of that. And here's a radiator. I know it's not recommended to paint them, but I mean the PS4 Pro, I doubt it's gonna heat up too much, so I mean this radiator is plenty big enough. 120 millimeter radiator would have been plenty, but that'll be perfectly fine. So here's an example of what the panels look like. Now I go with 100% pure white. I'm not sure if you could tell, but it's kind of like a little bit gray here and there. That's because with God of War, Kratos' skin, he's not 100% white. So that's why I decided to do it like that. And then here's this little panel thing goes on the inside of the case. It goes like this. So as you can tell, the red with white looks pretty badass. Here's like this mesh panel that came with the case. This is gonna end up going underneath this panel right here. Yeah, let me move these over to the side. So it's gonna be just like this. As you can see, it really pops out, and it looks really cool because it has the kind of like the same stripe pattern as Kratos, which is what I'm doing right here. So yeah, and then here are the pegs that stick out to hold the tempered glass. I painted these red to give that little color variation going on there. And yeah, when this is done, I'll probably put the case together, and then that'll probably be the end of this episode. Alright, well, before I put it together, I just wanted to show you all the colors again. So here's that final stripe on that part of the board, of the metal casing, I mean. And then here's the front of it. Then here's this stripe right here. This is the top piece. So the way how it flows, in this section right here, that metal red mesh goes across it, and then it looks like it continues along to the top and then switches off into the back. And then what I'm going to end up doing, since this stripe is going to be covered with the PS4 Pro motherboard, I might use the top part of the PS4 Pro casing, paint that all white, and continue the red stripe on the cross, and try to give like that metallic PlayStation logo, make it shine, so I'm not going to paint over it, so it'll give it that cool effect. And yeah, now I just put the clear coat on it, so now I just got to wait it out, and then I'll probably put it together in 2 days. Alright, here's what it looks like overall. I think it looks pretty good. My room's a mess right now because I've been doing this project for quite a bit now. But yeah, here's the front. There's that red mesh right there. And then, as you can see, there's like red behind here, and it gives it that cool accent color. And then this red mesh looks like it continues along the top, and then it goes out to the side, kind of like Kratos' tattoos that he has. And also the here's what the pump ended up looking like. You can see it's white, red, and then white at the bottom again. And then there's obviously going to be red fluid, but this is just to protect the acrylic reservoir container there. But yeah, this will be right here, right up against that. And then this is how it would look. This is the end of this video, and just stay tuned. And then the next video is probably going to be me taking apart the PS4 Pro, looking at the motherboard, installing the cooler for the EPU, and pretty much mounting it onto here. And yeah, just comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you disliked it, what you didn't like about it. And yeah, all the feedback counts. Thank you.